is up? Back, Dave the Confused. Thank you so much for being here. You know I love you. Within the last week, I put up a post in my community section of my YouTube channel, and it was me asking you again for the third time to send me your ghost stories that I could read them on a video and just talk about how creepy your lives are. Because that's what I do. That's my job now. I tell people they have the creepiest things going on in their life. I'm truly blessed. And you guys did not disappoint. Thank you so much, Confused Army, for sending me all this material. I can't wait to get into it. Let's go. So the first one I'm reading comes from Madeline Chavez. And it's my ghost story. On Christmas night, I was obviously tired and decided to take a nap. I woke up to a distant gibberish and I looked to where it was coming from. It was in my closet. I only needed to glance once to know I had to run for my life. I ran out of my room crying. Then I looked back and my room door slammed closed. But don't worry, I sleep in my parents' room now. But to this day, I don't know if the thing I heard in my closet is still there. That's awful. Can you imagine, literally, seeing a shadow figure and hearing them and everything in your closet, and you're too afraid to go back in your room? Where are your clothes? Your clothes are in your closet. You have to wear the same pair of pajamas forever. Yeah, that would be super scary. Just hearing a language that you don't understand coming from your closet or in your room, or oh man, it just makes my chest feel heavy, you know what I mean? It makes me feel like I have a brick in my chest. Oh man. And then looking back for that last second of maybe relief, and then slam, your door shuts on you. That's straight horror movie stuff, dude. That's straight horror movie stuff. Okay, our next one comes from stupid person. Don't do that to you. Don't call yourself stupid person. You need to have a little more self-esteem. Creepy ghost story for the minds of curiosity. Oh. One unusual night, I awoke for no reason, thinking I was just thirsty. I grabbed some water beside me, took a swallow, then continued to try to sleep. That's when I heard it, on my ceiling. I was able to not only hear, but to feel the vibration of heavy footsteps stomping in the attic. That's creepy. Since I wasn't really awake, I didn't think much of it, but now I'm terrified. Since I have the top bunk of my bunk bed, they were very, very close to me. They started from my room, then slowly made their way to the kitchen on the other side. It almost sounded like they were dragging something, which would justify why they took their time with each stomp. I heard them for about 5 minutes before I finally fell asleep. I know there wasn't somebody actually up there because there'd be no possible way of them getting up there. What do you think? Maybe a lost spirit? Okay. Wow, that's a lot to process. I would definitely try to find the history of not only your house, but of your family and your lineage, and see if there's something that may have been not necessarily a bad thing, but just something that's possibly connected to you in some sort of a spiritual, supernatural way. Oh man, first of all, you need to sleep on the bottom bunk of your, that's that. Go to the bottom bunk. Get some space between you two, you know what I mean? The other thing too is the fact that they're dragging something, that could mean so much. That could mean that this spirit per se has something with them, like a weapon or a chain, or I don't know. Or it could be like they're dragging a body part of themselves, like a leg, like a zombie or something. Like, that sounds super creepy though. And the fact that you heard it for like 5 minutes straight, it wasn't like something quick, it was lengthy, and you followed it to where you know it was in your house, over your kitchen. Maybe it was just hungry. Maybe you just wanted like a leftover chicken wing or something, you know what I mean? Don't jump to conclusions. Nah, that's creepy, dude. I don't know what I would do. Probably just get a normal bed. Maybe it's that way, it's telling you, like, grow up, get rid of your bunk bed. Stupid person. Don't call yourself that. I don't like that. Our next one is by Zoe Rogel. Hi, Dave. This isn't my story, but it's my dad's. Okay. One day he was at school. One of his friends told him and his other friend, do you guys want to play with a Ouija board? Never a good idea. Never. You're basically opening a massive door for a ghost to just walk in when you play with a Ouija board. Like, I know there's like that whole thing of like, that's fake and blah blah blah. Is it worth the risk? Really? Don't play with a Ouija board? That's crazy. My dad didn't like stuff like that, but his friends convinced him, saying, well, it's not like it's even gonna work, it's just a joke. So they played it and asked the usual questions, are there any spirits here? Stuff like that. So he went back home freaked out, but through the entire day nothing happened until he went to sleep. He was laying in bed when all of a sudden he saw something moving. When he looked up at the side of his bed, he saw someone. He saw a man in a gown with very long black hair. He did not look human. Of course, my dad was terrified, so he went to his mom because she was very religious and she kept a cross on her desk all the time, and it went away. He still tells this story very often, though it always gives me the shivers. Wow. So, lesson learned. Stay away from Ouija boards. Like, why is that? Why are these even sold? You can get them at Walmart. That's such an awful idea. But I'm sorry your dad had to go through that. That's brutal. Yeah, like, lesson learned. Stay away from that stuff. It sounds to me like your dad opened up kind of a big gateway there and something got through. And something not good. Hopefully he doesn't still see this, what I would honestly think of as like a demon or something. Because it doesn't sound like a ghost or a spirit. It sounds like he said non-human. So to me it sounds like some sort of like demon or deity or something like that. So be forewarned. Don't joke with that stuff. It's just too crazy. It's just not worth it. Next one is by Chloe Engram. Okay, so I was in the basement and I was gonna sleep down there and the lights flickered and I was fine. And then I heard, hi, my name, and ran as fast as I could. I still slept down there. Okay, so you're braver than the average bear, because I would not have slept down there for weeks. So clearly this, it's spirit or a ghost or whatever you want to refer them, knows you by name. So they probably live in your house and wanted to contact you. But that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad spirit. That just means that they were going out of their way to let you know they were there. And, maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that's a not so good thing. So you know what you need to do. You need to go and you need to find out who they are and why they're there and what they're doing. And then you need to come back comment on this video because I want to know. Chloe and Graham. Okay, so this one's from AJ. So one time I was in my living room alone on Snapchat and I used the dog filter and there was a dog face behind me. I said, "Stick out your tongue," and it did. It scared me to death. I didn't sleep for 2 days. And this happened just a month ago, so it's very recent. What? That's cool. I like that it's like just like a month ago. But yeah, so I think there's kind of a weird line between like the supernatural and technology where I think sometimes the supernatural can affect technology very easily. I also put up one of my older videos. I talked about when me and my wife we believe there was somebody living with us, some spirit at our old apartment. And I had, it's called an Xbox Connect camera. And it connects to your Xbox with your TV and it picks up your movements and everything. And it picked up movement of a body behind us moving on several occasions. Like it did it a lot. And so yeah, so I 100% believe that. I 100% that like if something was there and your phone picked it up and visualized it as a face and everything, yeah, that's creepy. That's creepy. Okay. This one's from, I may be mispronouncing this, I'm so sorry, Gotcha Coco Anime? Gotcha Coco Anime? Here's my creepy ghost story. It may not be scary. I'm probably gonna be scared anyway. I was once sleeping and I woke up at 2:37 a.m. That's, I think, the time I woke up. So I went to the bathroom and when I got in, I looked behind myself and I saw a creepy man look black figure in our living room. I was so terrified I wanted to scream, but I ran as quick as I could into my bedroom. I had nightmares the whole week. So that's actually a true story that happened. Well, I hope so. I mean, I don't want you to have to see ghosts and everything, but I hope you would have put a fake story on here. But oh my god, that, you know, I've always wondered, you know, you have like peripheral vision, you know, like you see things, you see my shadow over here. You see things like you're like just through the sides of your eyes. You know what I mean? And you barely see it, like not always in focus, and it happens really quickly. But I swear on numerous occasions, sometimes you see something that you're like in your head, like there's no way that could actually be there, right? There's no way that could actually be there, actually happening right now. There's no way. But you never know. These things work in really mysterious ways. So I totally believe that you probably saw something. Like a black figure, yeah. Especially if it's like 2:37 a.m. Like it's still dark out. It's still like dark and you probably have like one light on in your entire house. So there's shadow everywhere. You know, like, you know, I know that spirits and ghosts and things like that have a way of blending into shadow. So if that's what you saw, I believe that. 100% I believe that. Okay, our last one is from Kitty Gotcha Cookies. Kitty Gotcha Cookies. Cookies. Okay, so mine might be long, but I just got home from school and I was just sitting in my room with the lights off. Don't ask why. Okay. And I was up till 3 a.m. and then I started to hear knives and silverware drop. Then I heard a little girl laughing and I wasn't scared. It's not like this happened before, but I went up to get a drink and get my cell phone. Then out of the corner of my eye, I saw a 14-year-old girl hung from the ceiling, and ever since, I've never told anybody about that. Wow. Well, thank you for sharing with me for the first time. I really appreciate it. So this girl was almost like, the spirit was almost playing a prank on you. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it sounds like. It sounds like they were kind of playing a prank on you where they were just dropping silverware and stuff. And then they wanted you to go check it out. And you did, and that's when this spirit presented themselves to you hanging from the ceiling. So that's creepy. Oh man. Yeah, that would be terrifying, and I would instantly move out of my house. Instantly. I would not stay there. So you are braver than I. Yeah, that's crazy. Well, here we are at the end of the video. Thank you so much for giving me your awesome, creepy ghost stories. I got like shivers and stuff reading some of these, like that like sunken chest feeling. Just, I definitely got it. So thank you for sharing. I super appreciate it. If you have another ghost story, leave it in the comments below, or go on my community page on my YouTube channel and leave comments there. I post there all the time about like putting you in scenarios of horror films or scary scenarios and what choice would you make. I put up photos there, and I ask, the Confused Army to send me certain things like ghost stories, like, matches between Hollywood slashers and all these stupid things. So go check out my community page. Thank you so much for leaving me with these stories to give me nightmares tonight, because I didn't plan on sleeping this week. Cool. Well, I mean, at least our dogs aren't werewolves.